Relentless selling by foreign institutional investors amid a cautious outlook in India by foreign brokerages has halted the market rally. In the past fortnight, at least 4 brokerages have recommended the clients to consider a higher exposure to other markets like China and Indonesia, which have usually underperformed India this year. The latest to join the league is Morgan Stanley, which yesterday downgraded India to equal weight, citing valuation and near-term headwinds as key concerns. Remember, Nomura and UBS had recently downgraded Indian equities owing to similar reasons. Meanwhile, Christopher Wood, global head of equity strategy at Jefferies, said his company's overweight position on India had come under a threat. The change in stance has coincided with the latest round of correction in the domestic market. In the past 9 sessions, the benchmark S&P BSE Sensex has shed 1,781 points, of which 1,100 points came yesterday alone. The Nifty 50 meanwhile has fallen about 600 points, half of that yesterday. In the broader markets, the Nifty Mid Cap 100 and the Nifty Small Cap 100 have declined nearly 2,400 points and 900 points respectively during the period. So where are the markets headed? Let's go to Avadhut Bakkar to know key levels.
The BSE Sensex and Nifty 50 have seen one of the biggest decline on year-to-date basis, with over 1200 points decline in Sensex and 400 points in Nifty 50. The road ahead seems uncertain and risky. However, as long as next crucial levels are upheld, which are at 59,000 for Sensex and 17,550 for Nifty, the trend may see sharp reversal. To regain the positive momentum, the Sensex needs to close above 60,900 and Nifty above 18,150. The general scenario looks dicey at current sentiment, but the bigger bullish trend hasn't been dismantled yet.
Gaurang Shah, who is the Senior Vice President at Geojet Financial Services, also suggests investors to use this correction to enter the markets.
It's healthy for the market. We've been consistently going up. Few thousands of point correction on the Sensex or a couple of 100 points correction on the Nifty is always a welcome point. It gives chance for the new investors to come in, and more importantly, there was a lot of leverage position and there were a lot of weekends that got into the market. So that cleansing was necessary, and that's what is happening.
So is this a good time to buy?
Absolutely. I don't think as an investor you have to worry about anything. Only request is buy strong companies, fundamentally sound companies, basically focus on large caps and then possibly sector specific mid caps. But small cap and broader markets, unless you understand, don't get into those stocks.
As the near-term trajectory looks uncertain, investors should trade cautiously and focus on fundamentally strong companies. However, if you are still unsure about trading in the secondary market, you may turn to the IPO market, which is abuzz with fresh offers. Nykaa's initial share sale, for instance, sailed through on the very first day yesterday, despite the weakness in the secondary market. Further, Fino Payments Bank will open its Rs 1200 crore IPO today with a price band of Rs 560 to 577 per share. That apart, the initial public offering of PB Fintech, the parent company of Policybazaar and Paisabazaar, will open on November 1st. With the price band of Rs 940 to 980, the company is looking to raise Rs 5700 crore at a valuation of Rs 44,000 crore. Notably, this is more than the Rs 25,923 crore market cap of New India Assurance, the country's largest non-life insurer. The IPO comprises a fresh issue of Rs 3,750 crore, along with an offer for sale of Rs 1,959.72 crore by existing promoters and shareholders. However, despite being one of the leading online insurance players, analysts are cautious on the issue given its weak financials. Let's go to Yesha Shah, who is head of equity research at Samco Securities, to know if the weak financials can play a spoilsport for the company.
The company does command a stellar 93.4% market share in its digital insurance marketplace, that is Policybazaar, and over 51% share in its digital consumer credit marketplace, Paisabazaar. On the revenue front, the company has delivered a robust 34% CAGR over the past 3 years. Further, although its contribution margins have increased significantly from about 8.6% to 39.8% over FY19 to FY21, the company remains EBITDA negative. So the key challenge for the company lies in defending its market share and scaling its revenue, since the competition in the sector is intensifying and certain larger players have already delisted their products from the platform. the company does have massive long-term opportunities to grow, considering it has recently received the insurance broking license and the minimal online insurance penetration in India. But the valuations seem pretty expensive, since at the upper price band, the company is seeking a market cap of over 2.5 times its last funding round in March 21. Hence, only the investors who have a longer term horizon, a larger risk tolerance, and the patience to wait for companies' return ratios to improve may subscribe.
Clearly, the company has strong growth levers in place from a long-term perspective, but it needs to turn around its bottom-line financials to satisfy investors.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.